All right, here we go. Game number 1, 2+2 versus DeFuerte, our two Masters Division teams. We're going to have another Masters Division team coming in to this next round in round 2 of the tournament, but we'll have to see where the pairings end up there, because again, I'm kind of doing this on the fly all by hand until we get up to 8 teams, but we'll see where that comes out. Meanwhile, we got both of these teams ready to go for this one, and should be a good time here in the Nexus. Dragonshire, of course, a map where globals are always a premium. Being able to get good point presence is always really nice. And just in general, heroes that have good rotation etiquette are really a premium here as well. Sustain can be really excellent on this map. One of my favorite tanks to run with on this map is Muradin. The ability to, get in on these shrines, scrap around trying to capture them, and then even if you have to back off, you can always dwarf toss out, give yourself a little bit of time, and get healed up. The Haka, probably one of the most highly contested heroes on this map. He gets banned out. I would expect a Genji ban rather than a Benji Gan there from 2+2. They're going to be in a world of hurt if they are not able to deny that Genji, having to rotate around this map. We probably will see actually an Uther pickup here if we don't see the Genji ban. So they do decide to ban out the Uther instead. So kind of still playing with that Genji logic. The Genji meta is real right now. First pick going over to the side of DeFuerte. Let's see what they decide they want to go with here. Taking their time thinking about this one. So right away they pick up the Ariel. I think that's that's a solid pickup off the heels of that Uther ban. It's something I really like to see. Ariel, a really strong healer, but also a really good sustained healer, is the main key there. With her ability to be able to keep members into the fight there. They're gonna see Zol picked up with the Anubarak. So the new Zol has been revamped and then nerfed slightly. Some of his skeleton talents got nerfed a little bit, not a big shocker, but overall was still, I think, a net gain for Zol. Still a lot of the good things that you like about Zol, but he brings a lot more to the team fight now than he used to. Anubarak, of course, always just a terror on any map in the game. So we are going to see Vala picked up with the Anubarak. So the side of DeFuerte going ahead and picking up their solo laner, who's probably going to be in the top here, the Alarak. And their Ariel battery, that Hope generator for the Vala. Tassadar going to be the ban out here by 2+2, trying to move away from enabling the other team to get that hyper carry Vala build going. They could still go with Zagara or a second support on the side of DeFuerte if they want to do that. But Tassadar, definitely one of the strongest tools for that Vala hyper carry comp. So I really like that ban out here by 2+2. Definitely putting some time into considering this one for the side of DeFuerte. A lot of ban options here. They could decide to try to apply the healer chokehold. That's probably where I'm going if I'm DeFuerte here. They could still deny possibly the Rhaegar, maybe Malfurion. There's not a whole lot of great, well, or the Stukov, I guess. That would be the number one. Still getting used to Stukov being in the meta, to be honest, but here he is. He's super strong, but he's not going to be in this one. I should say here he isn't, as he gets banned out. So now, you know, the healing pool left for 2+2 is not ideal. Rhaegar probably the best option for them. They don't have to pick up the healer here, but if they want to kind of hide anything else from their comp here, this is a good opportunity to do it. One of the heroes that I would be looking to prioritize in this rotation is probably the Li Ming. It's something that I could definitely see DeFuerte picking up here with these last 2 picks as a counter to the Anubarak Cocoon. They are going to go Diva though, and they decide to get their healer now. So they are going to save that backline damage dealer for the last pick, kind of give them an opportunity to see what the entire comp is for DeFuerte on the other side, and then go ahead and see what damage they want to try to counteract it. Meanwhile, the Diva, talk about good point presence between that mech and the self-destruct. You know, she's got a good solid kit for being able to pressure onto these points and to hold points as long as possible. Rhaegar, of course, one of the best healers, really, really good at rotating, and there it is. The Zarya pickup is real, so they are still going to go with that hyper carry Vala comp. The shields are going to be coming in to try to help the Vala, and now it's the main tank pickup for DeFuerte. They have a couple options. I could see the Johanna, the Muradin, Arthas could also be an option for them. So they've still got a decent pool to choose from here for tanks. They do have already the Zarya warrior, but she's definitely not what you think of in a solo tank. So they will go ahead and go with the Muradin, going full sustain here. Alarak going to be their most bursty damage in the bunch, but again, probably going to be their solo laner. Solo lane for the side of 2+2 is an interesting discussion. Zol is probably one of the best solo laners, but he's also really good in the 4-man rotate for the CC he offers with the extra push with those skeletons. So a couple different options for them at this point. They could decide to try to draft a solo lane here, but they also really want a ranged damage dealer. So I'm not sure exactly what direction 2+2 is going to decide to go here. In general, I really like the draft we've seen from DeFuerte. You know, it's a very simple comp. You look at it and you know exactly what you're looking at. So Lunara is going to be the pickup here. It means that Zol or Diva probably is going to be in the solo lane. Lunara is also an option for the solo lane, but she also is probably one of the biggest wave clear contenders on their team other than the Zol. So if they want the Zol in the solo lane, Lunara can be in the rotate and help with the wave clear, but it's probably Zol is better. If I'm choosing between those two, I would probably put Lunara up there. But again, you could also put the Diva. So they've got a couple of options. I don't know if they're going to be able to contend with the Alarak in the solo lane though, but we'll have to see. I definitely, if I have to pick between these two drafts, I would say I definitely like DeFuerte's draft a little bit more, but I think definitely neither one of these teams have won or lost this one in the draft. We got both our teams here ready for this first round here in the ESM tournament today. Thank both these teams for coming out. We are loaded in here to Dragonshire. On the left, it is going to be 2+2 Kirby Nader. Going to be playing the Zol. Hollis on Anubarak. McNulty going to be on the Diva. Axon on Lunara. And Dakar going to be playing the Rhaegar. On the right, DeFuerte with Coffee on the Alarak. Chopped is going to be playing the Vala. TT Porky is going to be on the Zarya. Rock Modern Life on the Muradin. And Lightened One is going to be on the Arya. I don't have the option to all. I don't even know if they can see observer chat. I'm honestly not sure. I don't think I put myself in as a referee. I think I just put myself in as observer. Anyway, we do see the fight coming in here into the mid. Everybody committing to WrestleMania, as you would expect here on Dragonshire to start. Chopped getting poked down by Axon, but a lot of damage in return. Dakar is going to be able to heal him up, and the rotations will begin. And right away, they're sending McNulty and Kirbynator up to the top lane, so it's not going to be the solo lane up here. It's going to be dual. They're able to push Coffee back a little bit. So looks like they're going to be rotating back to mid. That's a very interesting rotation here for 2+2, going 3+2 right now in the laning phase. And 3-man in the bot, 4-man rotation here for the side of DeFuerte. A little bit more standard, what you would expect to see here on Dragonshire. But I like the rotation so far for the side of 2+2. They are going to be able to capture both of these shrines to start. And the 3-man going to try to stall the 4-man rotation here, but TT Porky will get in on there. Rock Modern Life also coming down to help secure it. They will be able to block, for now, the ability for the Dragon Knight to be picked up. It's a very early Dragon Knight, so it's not exactly something you want to go too hard over. But so far, the rotations definitely being won by the side of 2+2. Kirbynator doing a nice job of getting around this map, getting some serious rotation power in. Meanwhile, the 3v3 forming here in the bottom. Axon poked down here by TT Porky. That's Feel the Heat doing work on the Zarya right now. Kirbynator is here in the mid, ready to block. HotS, though, getting very, very low. Again, damage output coming from Zarya right now. It's a big deal. And they have completely drained the ammo out of the front wall here in the bottom, have the side of DeFuerte. This sustained comp that they've built is doing a really nice job of being able to keep them in this bottom lane. They've got good solid wave clear to back it up right now, and they're doing a nice job of taking advantage of it. Gonna get a little bit of an XP lead as soon as these towers go down, and there it is. They're definitely gonna win the race to 5. Both teams have achieved level 4 here, so no talent advantages anytime real soon. Just a couple little percent based there. We do see in the mid the ammo also completely gone, but on this one it's DeFuerte's cannons that have run out of power. Now we're going to see self-destruct being dropped here. It's going to chunk down these structures.
Red team draws first blood.
And there is first blood in the bot lane. Anubarak going down. And again, the sustained comp here. They have cleared out every wall in this bottom fort. They've gotten the well, which is a really, really big deal. And now they are just pushing, along with getting the Dragon Knight. So right now, DeFuerte looking really, really hot in this first game. Early. McNulty going to get in there with the defense matrix, trying to slow up Rock Modern Life a little bit here. It's a nice reference back, I believe, to that old Nickelodeon show, Rocco's Modern Life. But besides the point here, the rotation coming in here in 2+2, they're trying to slow down this Dragon Knight even more. They are able to successfully push him off of their towers for the moment. You see the telekinesis combo coming in from Coffee. Gonna make HotS a little bit, have to think twice here about coming in on this. They're doing a nice job of getting pretty much everything they can out of this Dragon Knight. 10 seconds left, 12% health. Go ahead and rotate to the top and maybe throw one more fire breath at one of these structures. Maybe not. You'll throw it at the minions instead. Both teams have achieved level 7 here, right about the same time. Very even so far. Only the one kill in that bottom lane so far for the side of DeFuerte. We'll see both teams going ahead and clearing up the lanes. Both teams making a very quick rotation, a very even rotation to go ahead and get these camps on each side. And wait, rotation to the mid here. Strong 4-man rotation. Kirbynator is going to be in a ton of trouble here. He is going to end up losing his life to this Zarya Vala combo. McNulty goes ahead and throws down the self-destruct. Gets back in the mech. He's going to be able to walk away, but the mech is actually going to fall. So a little bit more XP going over to the side of DeFuerte. That's okay. Nothing that 2+2 can't recover from. McNulty going to this top lane. Going to go ahead and get some lane clear rolling. Start 1v1 against Coffee. I'm not sure how that rolls out. While strong rotations coming from DeFuerte. They are coming through with this 4-man, trying to see if they can catch anybody out. But smart rotations here by 2+2. They are also roaming together as a 4-man squadron. But the level 10 is definitely going to be reached here first by DeFuerte. Coffee's got to be careful here. Kirbinator will come in and get the root. But McNulty and Kirbinator probably not going to be enough to get the pick. They're going to give it a shot, though. Poke Coffee pretty low. Force the tap at the very least. And the ammo, yet again, is run out here in the top lane. So this double soak from Zol starting to get some value. The hard camp has also been picked up here in the top lane. So that's going to be a little added pressure for them to work with in the top. Meanwhile, in the bottom, they're trying to de-push this. Definite structure advantage for DeFuerte, and they do have level 10. So it's going to be Counter-Strike on the Alarak, Expulsion Zone. Big surprise there on the Zarya. Rain of Vengeance for the Vala. No Playmaker today. As we see Rock Modern Life going with the Avatar. Teams trading out the shrines at the moment. Coffee have to back out of this one, and it does look like 2+2 is actually going to hold both of these shrines for the moment. But nobody in mid to even try to cast. It is gonna bring Murid into the mid to try and check it, so they are going to push really hard. TT Porky actually getting pretty low here. Lunara did decide to go with the Vines. We see Skeletal Mages coming out, and actually literally coming out here in the top lane, contesting this 3-man. There's going to be Bunny Hop coming out from our Diva player, along with Web Wrap. Big shock on the Web Wrap or the Ancestral is pretty standard picks. You see Kirbinator getting in a little bit of trouble here. Chopped is on the chase here, along with Rock Modern Life. Is he going to have another stun for him? The armor coming out there, give him a little bit of shielding. He will be able to escape and run around to this top lane. Coffee, though, seeing an opportunity, gets in the poke. Poke him down a little bit more. Make him think twice about coming out, trying to get those skeletal defenders. But a nice rotation here by the side of 2+2. Going ahead and grabbing this camp. TT Porky actually coming in, looking to maybe try and get something out of that rotation, but no luck so far. Multi getting actually poked really, really low here. Not able to get the self-destruct out, and is going to be completely blown up there by the side of DeFuerte, and they are not done. They are still looking for more. Alarak going down, though, in the mid. Loses that 1v1 to Zol, and Anubarak is going to end up going down as, again, the damage from TT, Porky, and Chopped. Just too much to handle for the side of 2+2 in that 4v4. It's a lot of numbers in this matchup, I'm not going to lie. Kirbinator will go ahead and rotate to the top, install the Dragon Knight at the very least, and be able to cap that top safely for the moment. We do see Rock Modern Life going ahead and rotating to it. Kirbinator does look like he's going to go ahead and contest here. Starts with the Bone Prism, but Murid, he's probably fine. Coffee also going to come up for moral support, if nothing else. Meanwhile, the side 2+2 having good math skills over here, just rotating to the bottom, picking this off, and they do have a numbers advantage here. TT Porky in a ton of trouble. They're going to get in here and be able to take him down, maybe. And the Crystal Age is coming down. Lightened is trying to save TT Porky's life here, but Chopped is not going to be so lucky. The poison damage coming in from Axon. However, Anubarak and Rhaegar get blown up. So this is going to end up being a 4v3. McNulty getting very low. And Axon completely split off. Will be finished off by Coffee there. Rock Modern Life also in on that one. Zol trying to rotate up. Kirbinator trying to see what he can do here. Not going to be able to rotate it to top fast enough. The minions also not going to get involved here. They're following Carbot's ever wise words of prioritizing the minions over the heroes. Actually, that was a nice job by TT Porky getting in there and drawing the aggro of those ranged minions so that the Dragon Knight can be picked up there by Rock Modern Life. They instantly go to the mid. They're going to start pushing in this mid lane. Get the Skeletal Mages coming out, so the counter engage is real. Kirbinator trying to get in on this. The self-destruct's going to go down a little wide to the bottom. going to get as much value as you'd really like to see. The Ancestral comes out onto Curbinator. He's going to be able to re-engage here. The poison damage coming out from Axon is going to start to slowly drain the health bars of DeFuerte, but that support from Lightened is getting a lot of hope generation in to be able to keep them up, but starting to slow down a little bit. TT Porky is able to keep them shield enough. They take out Lunara to start. Diva also going down here. So even with Rock Modern Life in that Dragon Knight, which can sometimes be a deterrent to your ability to team fight, they are able to out-sustain the damage coming from 2+2 and end up turning that fight around. Very nicely done there. The Dragon Knight goes to the top, get a little bit more value in the clear. Level 16s are here now for DeFuerte. Be doing a nice job here of taking advantage of this. They get a little bit off the front wall, but their health bar is not exactly the highest in this matchup right now, so they're going to go ahead and back off. And Nubarak trying to get the initiation. HotS not quite in far enough. And look at this, the positioning from DeFuerte. They go ahead and come in on this. Curbinator going to be caught right in the middle of this. The silence coming out from Coffee. He's going to be able to silence a couple of them. And Curbinator ends up falling here. Chop doing a nice job of getting in there. The bunny hop to try to disengage. And a nice whip there from Lighten, using that detainment strike to give them just a little bit more breathing room from McNulty's self-destruct. And they end up doing a nice turn there. Very nice turn by the side of DeFuerte. They get the kill. Now they're going to be able to take a little bit more advantage in the mid. They get this mid to keep front wall. Level 15 has been achieved, but still an entire level until they're going to be on the same talent tiers here with DeFuerte is the side of 2+2. McNulty's going to actually have that taken down right as he gets enough for self-destruct. Stun was enough to hold it down before he was able to get that. McNulty trying to get that energy up to be able to get back. Oh, but steps out a little bit too far. Coffee will go ahead and take the advantage, and it does look like Glover and his squad there, Christian Lee Mingle, have won in the other match, so it's like these guys are going to be continuing to go on the winner. Probably going to end up facing those guys. Actually, we might do it the other way. We'll see. Again, I'll have to do some calculations after this one to see who's going to face who. Counter-Strike coming out, gets a nice chunk of damage out onto Axon there from Coffee. And again, the side of DeFuerte just taking full advantage here. The sustain is real as they are able to just keep themselves alive long enough to push and siege here. The full-on flank coming in from Curbinator. Skeletal Mages coming out. Gets the root onto TT Porky. The Crystal Aegis is going to save him for the moment. But the blow-up from Zarya perfectly placed there. McNulty able to follow up that Crystal Aegis with that huge self-destruct. And they end up taking a 3-for-0 off of that. Coffee and Lightened 1 escaping out the bottom. But that's amazing timing for the side of 2+2. They take a big team fight. They catch up a lot on level just from those alone, and the ability to send their 5 members out to soak, and they're going to pick up a Dragon Knight. That happened right as the Dragon Knight was about ready to spawn, and these shrines came up. And a great rotation here by 2+2. Again, having a solid math skills here, sending the right folks to the right place to go ahead and get them what they wanted, that easy Dragon Knight pickup. And then spreading out to every lane, soaking up minions in every single lane right now, sending the Dragon Knight to the mid to get some solid siege damage. But they are going to end up taking every fort from this exchange is the side of 2+2. They're also going to go ahead and collapse in. Actually, they're going to go on the front wall here. They still have the Siege Giants to help them push into this. Zola is going to be in a ton of trouble here. All 5 members are here. McNulty going to go ahead and flank from the back, actually drawing the ire of the side of DeFuerte. McNulty's got to be careful. Will come out into that piloted mode. and going to be dealing the DPS in this one. TT Porky taking a ton of poke from McNulty. Meanwhile, the Ancestral going to come out onto HotS to keep him in, but Curbinator and Axon are really, really low. The turn looking to be achieved here from DeFuerte. This is a fight they want to take before level 20 is achieved. They're going to get the first kill onto Lunara. Chopped getting in there with that Hungering Arrow to finish it off. And right now they are pushing in 4v4 style, as they do have the Alarak in the bottom lane clearing that up. But right now they are out for blood. If they know if they can get a kill or two here, this is possibly the end of the game. All 5 of them rotating into this. McNulty does have that completely charged up. Throws down the bunny hop. TT Porky gets turned, and it looks like DeFuerte may have stayed a little bit too long. Self-destruct is going to be dropped here. The silence not coming out in time to be able to deny that from McNulty. Coffee getting poked really, really low. The Aegis comes out to try to save him. He's going to go ahead and rotate out the other way. That's going to leave the other team members completely caught out here. Rock Modern Life goes down. Ario goes down. Chopped is in abject horror here. He will go down. That's going to be a 4-for-1 exchange they get in overall. They get the Lunara, what seems like a lifetime ago, but then they turn that fight 4v4 before Alarak could get in there. And they win it hard. Now Lunara is back. We've still got 43 seconds before all of the members of DeFuerte are going to be up, and they are going to look to capture a keep of their own. Everybody rotating around to the bottom. Curbinator actually going to throw out a very early Bone Prism there onto Coffee, trying to zone. They are going to successfully grab this bottom keep. Are they going to try to go for game here? 3 members still down. It is an option, but they are not going to take it. They are going to go ahead and back out, play this safe. Would have liked to have seen them at least poke around there. They still had a couple of seconds where they could have made something happen with those level 20s. But to be fair, Bunny Hop was down. You know, they didn't have the highest of health bars. And yeah, Curbinator realizing that if he wants this DK, he's gonna have to take care of that catapult. This is not gonna work out for you, my friend. Plus, you got 4 members rotating in here, but he may have seen this one too late. Curbinator gonna be taken down here in the mid. Nice rotation coming out from DeFuerte. That's gonna achieve them level 20 as well here. They do have stuff they got to clean up in the bot, but they are going to rotate, grab one of these shrines. Make sure that they leave somebody here to deny the Dragon Knight in the mid. Coffee going to go up to the top. Some nice rotations here from DeFuerte. Somebody's going to have to clean up this bottom lane, though. It's starting to push in. Starting to make me a little bit scared for that core over on the side of DeFuerte. But Chop's going to go ahead and pick up the Dragon Knight, and I love that call. You know, the one hero that you really feel like you have to protect a lot in these team fights is the Bala. Always going to be the focus target for the side of 2+2 to try and deny that hope generation. But TT Porky also gives pretty good hope generation as well. And now you don't got to worry about Chop dying because he's in the Dragon Knight. We do see the charging coming in there from Coffee. Goes in. McNulty also throwing out the bunny hop, and now the self-destruct as they try and clear this up. The Dragon Knight is on the core, chunking that thing, but the team fight is still going well for 2+2. They are able to kill off Alarak to start this off, but I think it might be too little too late. Chop focusing on the core, all the members of DeFuerte focusing on it, and that is going to be it. GG here on Dragonshire. DeFuerte taking a win here in round 1. Yeah, so this is indeed, these are just round of 1 events, but it is going to be 3 rounds in total. So we're going to get our new team in here for this next round, and we are going to have one team having a bye round each round moving forward, unless we can get a 6th team signed up. So we'll take a couple of minutes to reset this round. As DeFuerte doing a really nice job with the rotations. Again, I really liked their comp, but I can't take away from 2+2 in that matchup. They had a lot of really promising moments. They had a lot of really great team fight turns, and I did like the I did end up really liking their comp with the a lot of what their combo could do. The Anubarak, the Zol, and the Lunara all having slows, and the Rhaegar even with the totem all having these really big slowing effects to try and keep them inside that Diva self-destruct. So it just didn't quite work out against the sustained comp here for DeFuerte, so they get the big win here in round 1, and we will go ahead and try to turn